Firefighters are making progress on the wildfires ahead of today's wind event.
Local leaders just gave us an update on where things stand this morning. And CBS News Texas reporter Trevor Sohaki is helping us out. We really appreciate it. He's joining us now live from downtown LA from the One Voice News Conference. Trevor.
Yeah, guys, so they just finished up this conference just a few minutes ago. Really, the highlights here is that the Eaton fire, no increase in that acreage, but they're continuing to warn people ahead of this high wind event today, this severe fire weather conditions that we are all prepared to experience. And they're telling people, if you get that evacuation order, you have to get out because they are worried. They are warning folks that if that fire weather comes through, we all know how quickly it can move. They're also preparing in multiple other ways. They said that super scooper that we've been hearing so much about that got injured by the drone last week, well, they're saying that it's going to be now back in service at 11 a.m. today, ready to dump more water on all these fires and continue to fight the fires just to make sure that everyone is going to be safe. Mayor Bass also said that the city is getting ready to rebuild.
LA, we stand together. We will do what we need to do to be safe over the next couple of days, and then we rebuild. We will rebuild Los Angeles and make Los Angeles the world-class city that we are.
And in preparation for all of this high wind today, LAFD is also placing patrols in some of those high-risk areas in the city to make sure that they keep track of all of this fire danger and are able to watch any embers or any just severe winds that might be coming through the area. Now, they're also warning people again to follow those evacuation orders, but LAPD also was at the press conference today, and they mentioned that they have been out patrolling not only for curfew, but for looting and for burglaries. They said that they've made a few arrests, and some notable arrests that we have seen recently as well, according to LAPD, was a couple arson arrests. There were a few arson arrests where people reported a fire. They called the LAPD, they called the LAFD. Thankfully, all those arson arrests and the fires that were started because of them were able to be put out. There is no worry to any of those, but LAPD did say that they are taking really extreme action here to make sure that they are able to crack down on those. And even one of those arrests, they said, was for someone who had an outstanding felony warrant for arson. So again, they're taking all these threats very seriously as they continue to fight the fire. And again, the big warning from officials today: if you are told to evacuate, you have to get out. Do not wait. Do not pack up and wait for anything like that. You have to get out, Jamie and Rube.
Yeah, good advice there. Thank you.
And CBS Pittsburgh reporter Barry Pintar is also here helping us cover the Palisades fire.
Yeah, he is live this morning in Brentwood, where fire crews are ready to go. Barry.
Yeah, we are here in Mandeville Canyon, all the way at the top of Westridge Road. As you can see, Westridge Trail there. A couple of best thing that I can do for you right now. I saw earlier that you found a pop-up in Palisades, so I've asked Damien to pan around to show you the hills around us, just to show you from our perspective. Everything looks good. We're not seeing any smoke, any sort of flare-up. So as we look around, I know we saw that pop-up. That's concerning to people for obvious reasons. From where we're standing here in Mandeville Canyon, we're looking okay. Another thing we did that I think is really important is we're talking about the winds and the dangers of the high winds. We've brought this up early this morning at about 3:30. It's just a monopod with a KCAL News t-shirt that we cut mostly just so we can monitor the wind, so you can visually see, knowing what t-shirt material is, how much wind there is. And guys, as you can see, there's absolutely nothing. So far, of course, this has nothing to do with happens in an hour from now or 2 hours from now. But so far, no high winds in this area. I want to leave you with this. CAL FIRE has so many resources deployed. If you take a look at this graphic, this is something that they tweeted last night that I think is very interesting, that I think will help put some folks' minds at ease. You can notice that they have more than 15,000 personnel, including firefighters, law enforcement, and other emergency support personnel here ready to go. For the Palisades fire alone, where I'm standing live, if you look at the bottom left-hand corner, 554 fire engines, 554, that's incredible. 44 helicopters, 115 hand crews, 66 bulldozers, 30 water tenders. So they certainly are ready to go. Earlier this morning, there were fire trucks all up and down this road right here. They're moving all through this area. They are manned by firefighters 24 hours on, 24 hours off. As we saw in that 540 number, they're certainly ready to go. But again, many eyes on what these Santa Anas are going to do when and if they kick in. What we can tell you from being live up here, we're looking all calm right now, but we will be here, of course, all morning, all day, monitoring the entire situation, bringing it live to you. Reporting live right now in Mandeville Canyon, Barry Pintar, KCAL News.
I feel like I need a T-shirt cam just
Yes.
to check in throughout the day today. Barry, thank you.
All right, well, the firefighters at the Palisades fire continue to work to put out hotspots and strengthen containment lines. As Barry just mentioned, assignment manager Mark Liu is at the desk with a look at what they're focusing on today. Mark?
Yeah, Rudabeh, so CAL FIRE Incident Management Team 2 just finished their morning briefing where they gave assignments to the firefighters at the Palisades fire. And on one flank, some firefighters are going to have a very, very labor-intensive day strengthening containment lines, but that's what has to be done in order to keep this fire contained. Now, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Come out to my screen. Let's take a look at the footprint of the fire. And what I'm talking about is the firefighters here on this northern flank, they have been issued orders here to go into these rugged terrain areas and do the work of strengthening those containment lines. And that's going to involve cutting away vegetation, making sure that there's proper brush clearance. And this is all very, very rugged terrain here. So they're going to be out there, boots on the ground, with their tools in hand, doing that containment. Good news here, the firefighters assigned to this line here, continuing to look at the hot spots, but there aren't a lot. They were able to save virtually all of the homes in the Mandeville Canyon area over here. And then the firefighters on this southern end are tasked with working with the USAR, the Urban Search and Rescue crews that are continuing to go through those thousands of structures in the Pacific Palisades area here and also along Malibu down here. They are looking for anything dangerous, including gas lines, water lines, or any smoldering hotspots, but the entire perimeter of the fire is basically being worked by these hundreds and thousands of firefighters that are trying to keep these containment numbers on the Palisades fire keep going up. Now, the Eaton fire, that is a briefing that is done by LA County Fire. That one hasn't happened yet. Coming back out live here to me. When that one happens, we're going to get those same sort of orders issued to those firefighters. When I get that information, I'll show you where they're going to be on that map in the Altadena area with the same sort of work. But they're going to be doing containment line strengthening as well there in Eaton. That's it here from the desk. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Mark, thank you. Time.
Now you can get your KCAL news, weather, and live stream all in one place on the CBS News app. Download it free today.